Previously, we started with types of arguments and what? Parameters. How many types of arguments are there? 5. So what are the 5? Positional arguments, default arguments, keyword arguments, variable length arguments, keyword variable length arguments. Why you are sitting that side, students? Sit this side. Why you are going and sitting that side? Daily I have to keep, I have to say this, huh? Huh? Is it necessary to tell every day? Move this side. Don't sit that corners. Lot of mosquitoes are there. When it bite now, you will get something. Eating something. Stand up. Eating something. Chewing gum. Don't tell lies. Eating na? Don't tell lies. Correct or not? No problem. No problem. Eating na? Arey. Eating na? No, no, don't worry, my dear. Eating na? Correct or not? Throw it out. To KVR sir, if you tell, I will just scan every nerve of your body. Throw it out. Okay. Eat if you want. Quickly you eat and throw it out and come. I asked 3 times, are you eating? No. This chair, this is 26th year I am sitting. If you say wrong to KVR sir will not accept. I will prove it. Okay, no? Because I have that much affection on you. To me, you don't tell wrong. To anybody you tell, but to me, you don't tell wrong. Okay, now come in. Now you come here, sit along with me. Fast, walk fast. Morning you sat very back now. Morning 9 o'clock. Today you came, morning. You said you sat in the last, right? There only. Sit here. You want water? After chewing gum, you here. Take. No? No problem. Take. You drink my water, how it is? Huh? You want to take? Okay. Not taking. So now we'll move to the further. So come to the point back. Here, types of arguments. And next is what? These things, first point completed. Second also completed. Keyword, all these things completed. And now I am going to talk about variable length arguments or parameters. Okay, now I'm going to discuss variable length arguments or parameters. So here I'm going to discuss about variable length arguments or parameters. Now here I'll just start with what is the need of that. Come in now. What is the need of this concept? I will discuss. This is the most important topic, student. Now here I'll be talking what is the need of this. Look at. Go to the program. See that carefully. Python here. Program for demonstrating variable length arguments or parameters. Now here, students, I will take main program. Very important today. Main program. Here, I'm taking a function display of 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. What this is called? Function call. With what? Positional arguments. Good. Positional arguments. Positional arguments. Understand? Well, for this function call number 1, with how many positional arguments? 5 positional arguments. Function call 1 with 5 positional arguments. So I'm going to give you variable length args example1.py. Variable length arguments example1.py. Go to this place. I'm saving it. Carefully try to understand. This is a function call. Compulsory need what? Function definition. Necessary or not? Function definition, it's necessary. Go to the place here. Now I'm going to take it. CMD here. Go to the place and try to run. Here I'm going to take up their E colon, KVR, Python. So here 6 p.m. So here functions here. There I'm going to take PY. See students. So I'm getting what? Error. Name error. For every function call, what we need? Definition is required. Okay. DEF. Display. How many values I'm passing? 5. How many parameters required? Very good. A comma, B comma, C comma, D comma, E, F. Right? Print of I will say A comma, B comma, C comma, D comma, E comma, F. This is called what? Function definition 1. Function definition 1 with function definition 1 with 5. Function definition with 5. How many here? 6. Who said F now in the class? Who said F? Boys, huh? Who said? Huh? ABCDs you are learning in the class or what? That's why I don't want to believe the students. Right? So 5. I need to write 5. So with the 5 positional params. Here they are called params. Here they are called arguments. Let us run this now. Let us run this now. I got 5 values or not? Yes. Students, now online students, carefully try to follow. Display of 10, 20, 30, 40. 10, 20, 30, 40. What is this is also called? Function call with 4 positional arguments. Be careful. Function call 2 with how many? 4 positional arguments. 4 positional arguments. Definitely. This function call 2, will it go to the function definition 1? Will it go to the function definition 1? Quickly. Yes or no? Yes. If yes means go to home. Go to home. I said yesterday 10 to A, 20 to B, 30 to C, and 40 to D. And E, from where are you getting the value? Are you not thinking like that? Will it go there? No. How many are passing? 4. But how many taking? 5. Is it mismatching or not? Will it go there? No. It is not matching or not matching. Not matching. You will get error. What error? Type error. Invalid number of arguments if we pass it. See that you are getting type error. Type error. Function definition not found. You will get what? Name error. Function definition found with wrong number of arguments. You will get what? Right. So display missing one required positional argument E. For the E parameter, you missed the value. That is the meaning of that error. Understood that? For this, what should I need to do? Need to define. I need to define or not? Need to define. How I will define? You watch it. Here I am going to say, it's a very important technique, students. I will remove E. I will remove E. I will take called definition 2 with what parameters? 4 positional parameters. And say here called E. A, B, C, D. Now tell me the answer now. What is an output? Come on, what is an output? Come on, output. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Next, 10, 20, 30, 40. Everybody said that is called a wrong answer. This is called a wrong answer now. Need to listen. In middle of it, if you discuss now, nothing will happen. So if you say like this, you don't know, others don't know. If you say don't know, if you rub like that, nothing will come. Don't know student, if they rub like that, what will come? Radhu kada. So you need to listen the class. In Telugu, if I say, you will laugh like anything. So I'm not saying that. So listen the class carefully. You listen. If you listen my explanation, so garbage collector will come on. Right. See, students, it is an error. But listen, when I'm explaining, now listen carefully. You will get good knowledge. If you discuss by yourself, now nothing will come, my dear students. Listen. Don't make it disturb. So here I'm going to take a why this error. Suppose if I take display 1, display 2, display 1, display 2, as you said that answer is correct. Display 1 will go to display 1, display 2 will go to display 2. Display 1 will go to display 1, display 2 will go to display 2. The output is like that. But here is called what? I don't want to take different functions. I want to take what? Same function name with the 5 arguments one time and 4 arguments one time. Do you know, students, when the PVM is executing these functions, when it comes to line number 11 and 12, before that it will come 3 and it will come to 5 and it will come to 10 and then 11 and 12. And it will scan the program first. So when it comes to display, it is coming to know what? Line number 3, one display is there. Next it comes to line number 5, one more display is there. PVM is an interpreter. It remember line by line statement only. When it comes to line number 5, it forget about the line number 3. Why, sir? Because same function name with the different arguments. Earlier it was 4. Now it is taking what? Only 4. So it will remember which type of function, latest function definition only it will remember. What is the latest function definition? Line number 5 or line number 3 now? So line number 5, what is its significance? Function definition 2 with how many parameters? 4. Come on, guys. So when it comes to line number 3 and line number 5, what it remember? Function definition with 4 arguments or 5 arguments? Good. Come to where? Line number 11. Line number 11 taking how many? But which function definition PVM knows? 4 arguments parameters only it knows. But it taking how many? Is it error or not? It is trying to go to line number 5 only because the PVM was forget about the line number 3 because of what? Same function, same function. In simple word, A was 10, A was 60, A was 70, and A was 7, and A is 9. If I print A, which value will print? Similarly, line number 3, one display, line number 5, one display, line number 8, one display. Which display it remember? Latest definition only it will remember. In LKG, there is a friend called Lohit Kumar. In 5th class, there is one friend called Lohit Kumar. In 10th class, there is one more friend called Lohit Kumar. In 10 plus 2, there is one friend called Lohit Kumar. In BTech also, there is one friend called Lohit Kumar. Which friend you will remember? BTech friend only will remember because these are all called what? Latest. Latest one only you are remembering. You are forgetting about this thing because you are trying to remember line by line. Similar manner in the same analogy. When you define the same function name, multiple definitions, if you define it, PVM remember the latest function definition only, not the previous function definition. Come on. Line number 11 is taking 5, but it remember about line number 2 with 4. It will give you error. See the error now? See the error now? All of you read how many you are. This is a function call with how many? But display taking how many? That is the latest function is remembering only how many? But how many are passing? That is called which error? Taking 4 only, but you are given how many? 5. That means it is remembering what function? Latest function definition. And it is considering what? 5 arguments with 4. It is an error or not? Suppose if I change the order of my functions, here you see, this will execute. Line number 3, line number 5. Line number 5 remembering, line number 3 remembering. 5. 5 matches with the 10th or not? No problem, that output will come. When it comes to line number 11 function call, where it will go? It will go to 5th one only. It is not going to where? But how many are there here? But how many are passing here? 4. So in all the moments, it consider which function definition, latest or all of them? Latest. See that I got the output of 5 and display you are missing one required positional argument called what? E. That indicates this entire story concludes that function remembers only, PVM remembers only one more, be careful. Display of 10, 20, 30. Display of 10, 20, 30. Function call 3. Function call 3 with what? With a call what? 3 positional arguments. Next, I'm going to write it. One more type of definition I'm going to say. All of a sudden, I'm increasing this. 2 positional arguments. 2 positional arguments. Now I'm going to take up. Next, one more I'm going to take up here. One more I'm going to take up. 10 I'm taking. 20 I'm taking here. Function call number 4. Function call number 4. This is called function call number 5. With how many arguments? 1. For everything I'm defining one student. Carefully try to follow. ABC I'm taking definition number 3. ABC I'm taking definition number 3. Next I'm taking AB here. AB here. Now I am taking like this. Function call number 4. Function call number 4. Next I am taking one more here. Display of what? A. Function call here. 5 with how many arguments? 1 argument. Before that what here? 2 arguments. 2 arguments. Next before that how many? 3 arguments. Carefully try to follow, students. Here try to follow. Generally, people will think what? Line number 15 with this 3, line number 16 with 5, line number 17 with 7, line number 18 with this, line number 10 is with this. But it is going to be in other cases, it may happen. In compiler based languages only, it is true. In Python based, interpreter based programming languages, it is type error. Come on to the point of it. How the flow will be? Line number 3, line number 5, line number 7, line number 9, line number 11. What it remembers? 11, line number 11 function only it remembered. Now it comes to line number 15. Error or not? Let us see the error. Let us see the error. Display takes what? But how many are given? 5 you have given. It is an error. Comment. Next 4. Error again. It is taking 1 only, but you are giving how many? 4. This is also an error. This is also an error. Again, you are going to get 3 were given, but it is also going to be. It is going to be like this. Coming to the point back, here I am going to say, display takes 1 positional argument, but 2 were given. Now this is going to be 2. And the last one is only the output will come now. Last one is only the output. What is this now? A. Okay. You write A here. You see that answer is called what? 10. This indicates this entire program says that is this program able to execute or not able to execute? Will it execute or not executing? Now I am writing this program will not execute. This program will not execute as it is. As it is. As it is, it won't execute. Will not execute as it is. Because reason is because PVM remembers only latest function definition. Latest function definition. Latest function definition. Due to its why it is remembering latest function? Due to its which process? Interpretation process. Due to its interpretation process. Are you able to follow, students? Due to its interpretation process, variable length arguments example 1, this program will not execute. Don't try to execute. I executed. I just want to tell you that this will not execute. Are you following? How we can execute? Now I'm going to tell you. I'm very shortly coming to which concept? Yes. Online students, did you catch this point? One more. How to execute this? Now I'm going to tell you. Students who are interacting with me, I'm appreciating your efforts. Please interact with it. Your interaction will be cost you a lot in your performance. That's compulsory. Now come to the point. This program will execute as it is. Now I'm going to tell you. Now I'm going to tell you. This program will execute as it is. How, sir? Now I'm going to tell you. You are going to do what? This line number you see, line number 4 to 5 is called what? Definition, no? Immediately I will try to call. Immediately I will try to call. So that PVM will go to line number 5, it will scan, and line number 6 immediately it will execute. And I'm telling the technique of executing, our intelligence I'm saying. Similarly, I'm going to give you one more line here. This is I'm giving lines for making you to understand. For executing this function, immediately I will call what? Function here. Be careful. I am defining, immediately calling. Defining, immediately calling. Immediately calling. Again, I am going to do what here? Again, I am going to do what here? Take that entire thing. You call this now. Immediately you call it. You define it. Now I am going to take up here. Now see students. Now here I am going to take up. Again, you go for what? You take this place also. You take this place also. Here also you do what? You know, students, this part also you try to take it here. You try to take it here. Now I'm going to enter into this line. Are you able to follow, students? What is this line says? What is this indicates? Defining, calling, defining, calling, defining, calling. Reading, writing, reading, writing. At the end of that, we are not able to write total thing at a time. We are reading, writing immediately. Will you remember in that way or not? This is defining, calling, defining, calling, defining, calling. This program will execute as it is. Variable length argument example 2. Very soon I am going to introduce my topic. These are base points I am going to introduce. Here you see P1. Variable length arguments example 2. Is the output is coming or not? What is the difference between the previous things and then now? Previously, all of them defined once, and method calls area separate, definition area separate. But in this case, what I did, students, defined calling, defined calling, defined calling. Why I took this decision? Because PVM may forget about the same function name for multiple times to remember. That's why defined and called, defined and called, defined and called. Are you following? But the limitation of this part is the limitation of this process, the limitation of the above process, the limitation of the above process is that if we have, Lokesh, I will clarify your doubt, my dear student. If you give some time, I will clarify your doubt. Okay, now I'll clarify your doubt if you give some time. So let me complete my topic, then I will come to your doubt. I'll clarify, I will take your doubt, I'll put it your doubt, and I'll clarify after a certain time. Now here, this limitation of the above process, the limitation of the above process is that if we have 100 function calls are there, 100 function calls are there, for example, how many definitions are required? If we have 100 function calls, then we must define what? We must define what? 100 definitions. Is it not waste of time? Come on, first. Yes, it is waste of my time. Defining, calling, it is my waste of time. It is my waste of time. But how many definitions I need? What? The limitation of the above process is that if we have what? 100 function calls, then we must define how many definitions. This is what? Time consuming process. Am I correct or not? It is a time consuming process. Time consuming process. To overcome that, to eliminate that problem, to eliminate the above problem, which concept is immediately introduced? Variable length arguments. To eliminate the above problem, take care carefully. To eliminate the above problem, to eliminate the above problem, we use what? We use which concept? Variable length arguments. What it says? Let us have how many calls? 100 function calls, but define only. Come on. Only one function definition. How beautiful topic it is. I will go for defining how many function definitions. Only one function definition for how many calls? For 1,000 function calls of similar family, I will define how many? One only. Is it a great concept or not? This is 1,000 similar function calls. With what? 1,000 similar function calls. With what concept? With what concept? Variable arguments. With the variable argument. That means function name, function name, function name, same. Similar family. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. How many? 5. Family of the same function calls or not? With what arguments? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. How many definitions I am going to define? One definition only I am going to define. Sir, how to do it? Now I am going to take this example. Now I am going to take this example. Now I am starting it out. Come on. I don't define this everything. I don't define this everything. My program, this program will execute. This program will execute because we are using what? Variable length arguments, because we are using variable length arguments or parameters. I am going to take my file name, pure variable length arguments example1.py. How many function calls? 5. First one, second one, third one, fourth one, fifth one. Whatever it might be that. I am going to define a single function definition. Whenever you come across, I'm saying the concept now. Whenever we come across similar family of function calls with a variable number of arguments, with a normal Python programming, we need to define what? Separate function definition calling, separate definition calling, separate definition calling. That will take a lot of time. To overcome this problem, the variable arguments concept says that define a single function. What is my function name? Display. Display. In the display, as a parameters, don't write any of the other parameters. Today you write display the single function definition on this name, and inside of that you write a symbol called asterisk, and you write one variable name. KVR is the variable name I wrote it. If I just write KVR, it is called what? Formal positional param. If I write KVR is equal to Hyderabad, it is called what? Default. Today I am writing with what? Variable formal parameter I am taking, but I am writing star KVR I am writing. The star KVR is a variable which can hold 5 values it can hold, 4 values it can hold, 3 values it can hold, 2 values it can hold, 1 value it can hold, no value also it can hold. That means a star KVR is a variable which is having the capacity of similar type of values it can take, different type of values it can take, all types of values it can take with the immutability. With the immutability. What is that object is called? What is that object is called? Tuple. That object is called what? Tuple. Come on, fast. For irrespective of number of function calls with n number of variable arguments, we are defining a single function. We are defining a single function in which we are writing a single parameter preceded with a symbol called what? Asterisk. Colon. Here star KVR is called what? Variable length parameter. Variable length parameter whose type is class tuple. Whose type is class called what? Tuple. Are you able to get it now, students? And what it can do? It can hold any number of values. 5 values, 5 values can hold. How it can hold it? KVR is equal to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. It will take. If we go for this kind of function call, same, KVR is equal to what? 10, 20, 30, 40 up to. If you take the first value here, display, KVR is equal to what? It will take only one value. That means it can take what type of values? The star KVR is called what? It can hold what type of values? Variable number of argument values. Now I am going to print it. Now I am going to print it. Print of KVR comma type of KVR I am going to say. Type of KVR. So see this, keep a comment, keep a comment, keep a comment, keep a comment. For all of them, keep a comment. Are you following? Where it is going now? Line number 10 to where? Display. All these values are going to where? Star KVR. Star KVR is called what variable? Variable length parameter. What is its type? Tuple. Tuple can hold what? Similar type, different type, all the types, unique, duplicates with what? Immutability. So, లేపండి కొద్దిగా వింటే బాగుంటుంది క్లాస్. లేదన్న క్లాస్ తెలుగు తెలుగు మనకు నిద్ర ఎక్కువ, ఆకలి కూడా ఎక్కువనే. రండి, కమ్ హియర్. స్లీపింగ్ ఈజ్ మోర్, ఈటింగ్ ఈజ్ మోర్. కమ్, యు ఆల్సో. ఆయన మధ్య స్పెట్స్ ఇక్కడ, కమ్ హియర్, విఐపి సీట్. Are you sleeping? Then why are you standing up? You are a friend student. Yourself. నువ్వేనా? మిమ్మల్ని లేపాలంటే చాలా కష్టం. కమ్ టు ద పాయింట్. నువ్వే, యువర్ సెల్ఫ్ ఓన్లీ. బటన్ పెట్టుకో. స్లీపింగ్ నా? కూర్చో, మళ్ళీ పట్టుకుంటాను నేను. కమ్ టు ద పాయింట్. అగైన్ ఐల్ ఆస్క్ యూ, అగైన్ ఐల్ క్యాచ్ యూ. డెఫినెట్లీ విల్ స్లీప్. నిద్రపోతున్నావు ఇప్పుడు. Come to the point. Now here, I'm going to say, I'm doing hypnotism to the student. So come to the point. See how many difficulties to the teacher. Who is sleeping, who is listening. These are all very headache job. Come to the point. Come to this point now. So save this example. See this code. Pure variable length arguments example. Py. Here you see. What is this now? All the values are printed like tuple or not? Next, remove the comment for this. Remove the comment for this. This also will go to this place only. Come on, execute. Again you execute. Second function call also will go to where? Same definition only. How many values? 4. Next, remove the comment for others also. Remove the comment for others also. What is happening? Is it printed everything in the form of tuple or not? How many definitions I defined? One definition. By taking what? A single variable preceded with what? Star. That star symbol preceded with the parameter is called what? Variable length parameter. Now I am taking something like what? A. Here star A is called what? Variable length parameter. Just tell me, if I write an F1 here, if I write x comma star y comma z is equal to 3 like that, what did you understand if somebody asks you what is x is called? Positional parameter. It is a function definition. Positional parameter. Star y is called what? Variable length argument. What is z is equal to 3 is called default argument. Be careful. Further one more will come. Double star variable also will come. Be careful. Come to that next. You execute. Now I want to print this data. How do you print this data? Take another example. Did you understand first of all this one? Did you understand now? Now, coming to the point of it. So here, Giridharan, my dear student, I'll take your doubt also. Along with Lokesh Kumar, I'll take your doubt also. Don't worry. So now coming to the point back. Now here, run this once again. You got the output here. You got the output here. So I will take it what you know, star A, that is A, and I am taking A here. That is done. All of them went to what? Single definition. Let me go to the one more here. Display of, what is this now? Function called 6 with what? 0 arguments. 0 arguments. Function call with what? 0 arguments. 6 here, 0 arguments. Try to run this. What is happening? Empty. Last is called what? Empty. Able to follow? Now, I want to print this data. One more example. I don't want to write everything in one place. When you are practicing, try to do like this. Now I want to print my data. How to print the data? Tell me. How to print the data? For value in where? A. Value in A. Already we know now. How to retrieve the data from iterable object? Why are you not saying that? So I am writing here \t dot format of what? A. Dot format of A. Just to take some small example like this. Try to close it. Now I am going to take out 2.py. I am printing the data here. So try to see this. Go for this. Now I am going to take up 2.py. Try to execute here. 2.py. Observe it now. This is what is using here. Value I need to write. Yes. Value I need to use it. So here you try to run this. What is happening now? Coming to this 10, 20, 30 like this it is coming. And I will try to write this indentation, changing the symbol. Is it coming the first one or not? Second one also coming, third one also coming, here also coming, here also coming. If you want to print at the end of it, if you want to print like that, number of values is equal to len of a you are writing. Len of a you are writing. Try to execute. How many number of values here? 1 minute. I will try to write here only. Above I will write it. For your clarity purpose, I am writing like that. How many number of values in the first one? 5. Next, 4. Next, 3. Next, 2. Next, 0. This is nothing but what? How many definitions I did? Only one definition. But how many definitions? How many calls? 6 calls. Is it not good facility or not? Yes. So this concept is known as what? Variable length parameter. Now students, whenever you are using variable length parameter in the function definition, it will be only one variable length parameter only can be used. You cannot write star A, you cannot write star B, you cannot write star C. It is not possible. Why? That single variable length parameter itself can hold what? Any number of what arguments? Positional arguments which you are sending. All of them can hold in this place also. Very recently, this is a question. Come to the Python here. Python here I'm going to. So I'm going to write it. A comma, star B is equal to 100 comma, 10 comma, 20 comma, 30 comma, 10 comma, 20 comma, 30 comma, 40 comma, 50 comma, 60. Very recently this question is coming. Beginning, you see what is this? A. That A contains what value? 100. This entire values are going to be stored in where? Star B. Star B. What is the type of A? What is the type of A? Madhubabalu, int. Int. What is the type of B? Tuple. Tuple? Come on. Come on. It is called tuple, but it is list. See, I will tell you. Why means I will tell you. I will explain. It is called a list. Based on my question, if this question is coming in interview, you will definitely say tuple only. First tuple only option is given, but it is wrong. When they are asking this question in the command prompt level of example, they are taking this as called what? List only, but we are not passing to whom? Function call. When you are passing the data through function call, in the definition, you should not modify. Yes or no? During the holding time, you should not modify. That's why taking as what? When you are sending the courier packet from one station to another station, that courier station fellow is transferring your argument to the parameter. During that time, they don't change it. After receiving, you can do it. You can typecast it to list. You can typecast it to any of the other type. Are you following? But when you are using without function calls like variable length arguments, it is going to be treated as which type? List type. Be careful. One more question I will ask you. Now I am taking star s is equal to 10 comma 20 comma 30 comma 40 comma 50. What is the type of star s? Come on, list, but it is called error. Error. See that syntax error. This is also one more question. When they are asking like that, now this is taken as what? Illegal symbol in the Python. Started assignment target must be list or tuple. That means when you are writing this type of symbol in the command prompt level, this is not going to be taken as variable length. That's why before using variable length here, you should take one normal variable you need to take. This is going to be one of the important MCQs level this question is coming. That's why Python is a peculiar behavior will be there. As you expected, it won't come. So what is that now? Three important situations I'm saying. In the function definition star is there. In the command prompt level, this is there. In this place also like this is there. Are you following me? Did you understand this? Now I'm going to write a comma b is equal to 100 comma 200 comma kvr comma and the next 34.56 comma true comma and 2 plus 3j. Valid or invalid? Come on, fast. Valid or invalid? Invalid? Are you sure? So here it is called what? Invalid. Good. Now I am going to take it what? Star B. Why this is invalid? Because it is taken as a multi-line assignment. 100 is stored here. 200 is about to store, but these values are becoming unpacked values. That's why it is called a value error. If you want to take AB, you have to take what? Two values like this. Now when it is star B, this is valid. Are you following now? You are, that is clear. Type of what? A. Type of A. Now you are taking type of A. Now I'm going to take it what? B comma type of B. What is it? It is going to be what? List type. Is it understandable, students? Come on to the point back. Now I'm going to say star A. Star A values are printed. Number of values are printed. Now I'm going to introduce. What is my rule here? Whenever you are going to use variable length parameter in the function definition, it will be always only one. It will be always only one. It is not multiple. Why? One star A can hold any number of variable number of arguments. Okay now? Next. Is it okay up to here? I'm going to introduce in the next program positional argument, positional parameters also I'm going to pass it. Default parameters also I'm going to pass it. Will you start understanding now? Let us go to the next example. Next example I'm going to take up. Copy the same thing. Pure variable arguments example 2, 3.py. After completion of it, I will start giving the doubt answer for some 2 students are there. Here, display only. You try to worry, don't worry about it. Now I am writing here. Now I am trying to write it. What I am writing? 100 comma, 100 comma, something like a row. I am going to take it. Be careful. Next I am going to take it. 200 comma, Travis. I am going to take it. Next, I'm going to take it 300 comma, 300 comma, John Hunter. I'm going to take one more. Next, I'm going to take it here 400 comma, something like Richie. I'm going to take up like that. Now I'm going to take it here 500 comma, 500 comma, Dennis. Now I'm going to take up like this. Next, I'm going to take up comma 600 comma, 600 comma, Stroustrup. I'm going to take it. Like this, I am taking it. Please tell me, this is comes under what? This is comes under what here? This is comes under what? 3. 3. Here how many? Come on. 4. 5. Next. 6. Next. 8. 7. 7. Now here, what is this? Study the data. Study the data. Still I found that what? This entire thing is called what? Variable length arguments only. Now tell me, study the data properly. Study this data. First 2 things study carefully. What is this is called? Systematic data is passing. Next also what? Systematic data. And later you see 5 values, 4 values, 3 values, 2 values, 1 value, no other value. Is this portion is called variable length arguments data? Is this data is called first to first, second to second or not? Come on. For this, I need to pass to the first parameter or not? This will pass to the second parameter or not? And is this everything to hold it into star A or not? So I will write it what now? SNO comma S name comma star A. What is this SNO S name is called? Positional parameters. What is this 10 rows sum? These are all these things are called positional arguments. What about 10, 20, 30, 40, etc. are called variable number of positional arguments. Come on, this entire portion one by one going to where? SNO. This entire portion one by one going to where? This entire thing are collectively going one by one to where? Star A. See the order of it. Whenever I am writing the positional parameter in the function definition, always you need to use what? Star A in the last part of the function definition only. But yesterday, one more I said, whenever I use a default, I also said last only to use it. But two last ones are coming. In the next program, I will use a default also. First of all, are you okay here? So let us run. I will print this data. How I am printing now, students? Print of, what is this now? Student number. Student number I am printing. Dot format of SNO. Dot format of SNO. Next I am going to take up student name. Student name I am going to say. This is comes under what now? Yes, name. Next I am going to take it what now? Marks. So here I'm going to write it. Here I'm going to write it. Marks are nothing, not necessary. No need. No need to print. Are you able to follow now? Here I'm going to say all these values are first two things are holding in like this, and the rest of the variable number of arguments are storing in where? A. And that values I am printing as it is or not. Now this is not necessary to print it. This is what I am going to take it. I hope you are following, students. Is it understandable, students? Now I am going to print it. Be careful, students. These two are called what? Positional parameters. What is the star A is called? What is the rule there? Whenever I am using star A, it should be only one. Next is what? Whenever I am using variable length parameter, it should be always used as what? A last part in the function definition. And already yesterday I said default argument also to be last. But which one is entertaining the last one? I will show you the next example. First, you try to run this example. Pure variable arguments example 3.py. One by one, you carefully listen so that you will understand perfectly. You come out of that and execute my program. Py. See, students, what is happening now? Line number 15 error. Line number 15 error. Comma. Yes. Comma, students. Yes. See the data now. This data values are printed. 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 Are you following me? This is comes under what mechanism? Positional arguments data as well as what? Now next. This row sum want to find out the sum of the values of this variable length values. Row sum is passing how many values? 5. I want to find the sum of this variable length values. Travis want to find out the sum of 4 values. Hunter want to find the sum of 3 values. Sum of 2 values. Sum of what? 1 value. No values are passing. 0 is a sum I want to print. How do you print? Indirectly, I am trying to do the operations with what? Variable length arguments. How to do it, students? S is equal to 0. S is equal to 0. Come on. S is equal to S plus value. S plus value. I hope you are following. This logics we did already. Now I am going to pass what? Here I am going to write. Come on. Print of sum of is equal to dot format of A comma S. ఇక్కడ చూడాలి మీరు ఊరికే S చెప్పకూడదు. Right. What is this now? Sum of all these values. And whose sum I am printing? Are you following me? A. What is this A? Tuple of values. Tuple of values. Be careful. Try to execute my program. See, students, what is this now? Sum of 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100. Sum of what? 10, 20, 30 is called 60. Sum of what? 10, 20, 30, 40 is called 100. Sum of 10, 20, 30 is called 60. Sum of 10, 20 is equal to 30. Sum of 10 is equal to what? 10. Sum of nothing is equal to what? 0. Are you able to follow? That means I'm able to do the values on what also? Variable length arguments also. With the positionals also I'm saying. Able to follow or not? Next, be careful. I am going to talk about something like this. Careful, careful. Okay, next example I want to say. All these people are learning what language? Python language they are learning. What should I do? Will you pass Python, 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 Python here? No, I will pass Python how many times? One time only I will pass it. Try to take it. First of all, are you getting this level by level? Now see this now. Pass this data. See students, how simple. Arguments example 4.py. Now I'm going to take all these people want to learn what? Python. Where can I write it? That is the question mark. That is the question mark. Come on, let it be. It is a simple intelligence you can apply number and a row sum. Suppose in the middle I will write row sum and Python, 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 Python if I write it unnecessarily. All of them are going to store it in where? Star A. Correct or not? Instead of that. Okay, let it write once. What is this now? CRS is equal to what? Python you see. CRS is equal to Python. What will happen? Carefully follow. CRS is equal to Python. Before this, I am writing the default. Yesterday I said default also, last I said. Today I said same thing. And variable length also I am saying last. But I wrote one testing process I am saying. Come on, take the flow. 100 stored in where? Row sum stored in where? 10 is stored in where? CRS. 20, 30, 40, 50 stored in where? Star A. Yes or no? Print what here again? Print of what? Come on. Course name. I'm writing what here? Dot format of CRS. See students, how simple it is. Pure variable argument example 4.py. Pure variable argument example 4.py. See that 10 I said 4.py. Did you understand that mapping? Come on, fast study. Course name is what? Next course name is what? That means all these first values of variable length arguments are passing to whom? CRS. Is it recommended to pass? No. What should I do now? If I write like that, I am getting wrong output. Inconsistent result, wrong result. Then what is my decision next? The CRS is equal to Python is not recommended to write before what? Variable length argument. I will write at where? Last I will write it. At the last I am going to write it. CRS is equal to what? Python you write it. CRS is equal to Python you write it. Very, very important. Star A. Now the flow starts. Come on, what is this now? 100 stored in this. And row sum is containing. All these values are stored in where? Star A. For CRS already what is there? Python. Now it is a perfectly executes. Now it is a perfectly executes. See students, what is happening? Beginning, course name Python. All these values 150. Getting or not? Course name Python. All these values are 100. All these values are 60. Values are 30. Values are 10. Values are nothing. Course is Python. Are you following? Now, dear students, there is one more person is there. There is one more person is there. 700. Be careful. He is called what you know? He is called what? Hungunian. Hungunian is another scientist. Another scientist. He is passing the value called what you know? Minus 10, minus 20 is passing. Minus 20 is passing. He want to learn the course as what? Java he want to learn. If I write here as what? Java. Tell me what is happening. Come on, generally student will think, come on fast. What are you thinking? Quickly students. Here. Come on. 100 700 go to this. Hungunian go to that place. -10 and -20, and Java is trying to go to where? Star A only. That time you will get a problem. What is added? 0 -10 -10, 0 -10 -20 -30, and -30 plus Java is going to give you which error? Don't know. Don't know. Which error? Type error. Type error. See the last part of it. Which error? Type error. Plus operator is applicable between what? Str and int. Are you recognizing this? How do you avoid this problem? Come on. Keyword arguments of eating, of saying. Come on, say. Use keyword arguments. Tell me, how do you write it? CRS is equal to what? Java. You will write CRS is equal to Java. Then when you write CRS is equal to Java, what will happen? It will go to perfectly to CRS. Now execute this now. Come to the point back. Is CRS Java or not? For other things, Python is using. Are you following me? That means in this program, what are we using? These two are called what? Positional arguments. These are called what? Variable length. And this is called. Now, next I want to ask you one small question. This is called 150, something like a gym. I will just write a gym here, and I will write here 1.5, 1.5 and minus 2.5, comma what? 3.5. But I am writing CRS is equal to Java before. CRS is equal to Java before. Come on, fast. Valid or invalid? Come on. Valid or invalid? Valid? Good. Good. Valid or invalid? Valid, you are saying. That is invalid. Because these two are looking like what? Positional. Immediately what I used? Keyword. These are also looking like what? And I don't say invalid because of double semicolon. These are looking like what? Positional only. These are looking values. So these are also looking values. But I used before that what I am using? Keyword. This will give you error. What is the rule yesterday? Positional arguments must be used before what? Keyword arguments. Is it an error or not? This is an error. Run this code. Last one is going to give you error. Everything answer is coming. Positional arguments follows what? This is called a wrong answer. This I am going to give you the error there. So very, very important. That means another rule I am trying to post it here. The rule is called, whenever you are using default and then keyword variable length arguments, always use that default parameter in the last in function call. Don't try to use in the middle. Whenever I am using variable length and then what? Default things. To pass the default value explicitly, use in the last. Use in the last. Don't use in the middle of it. Are you following? Variable length arguments also called one type of positional arguments only. And see these values now. See these values now. They are looking like values passing only now. Before these values, we are going to use this one. This is called a wrong answer. You cannot use. This is a correct way of writing it. Are you following me? This is called one of the example. So tell me which one is supposed to use. What is the conclusion here? Both of them are last I said. Both of them are last I said. Last means what? At the end of the function. But which one is recommended to write in the last? Default. Before that, variable length. Before that, suppose if I write star A, if I write star A here, if I write here called what, star A, if I am writing here star A, what will happen? It is also going to give you error. It should be always used in where? It will be always used in where? Last. So you cannot use in the middle of it. You have to use like this. I hope you are understanding what is the correct picture of writing which parameter, which side. If I am going to an interview, if somebody asks what is the syntax for defining a function, what you will answer it? At present, DEF, function name. I said what generally for you? List of formal parameters, if any, I said. That is a simple way of syntax. But a professional will say the syntax is what? DEF, function name. What is that? Positional parameters. Any number of things, positional parameters, variable length parameter name, comma what? Default parameters, any number you can take it. Any number of parameters you can take. Default number of parameters, yesterday, city, country, course, we take more number of things or not? If you want, you can take what you know. CNT is equal to what you know. India, I am just writing it. India, I am just writing it. Here I am writing here called what? Country. Now I am writing here a country name. I am writing here called what you know, country name I am writing it. So I'm just writing here a country name. So here I am writing here, country name I am saying here. This you try to write it what you know, CNT. You try to write CNT here. So try to run this code and see this now. Are you getting or not? If you want to pass anything different, if you want to pass anything different, for this only if you want to pass anything different, you can say, let the course is Python, let the course be Python, let the course will be Python, but what is this changing? Country want to change it. Let us pass these values as this. CNT is equal to what? USA. You try to pass it. Execute. Now see the last one. Are you getting or not? Earlier one is like that, Java, but this course is what? Python. Are you following me? This is called a typical way of passing the data to the functions. No more confusions. I hope it is clear. Next, I'm going to introduce one more master concept. Double star variable name also I'm going to use it. Is it clear up to? Now, I will show you what concept? Variable length arguments concept I will show you. Are you understanding this pure variable arguments? From where I started my explanation for you? See my explanation. Variable length argument 1, not executing. Next it is getting executed. It is executed, defined and then called, defined and then called. Now this is called what? Pure variable length single definition. Pure variable length with printing the values. Pure variable length with what? Formal parameters, that is positional parameters. Next is called what here? What is this now again? Default also I am using it. Default also I am using. This is called the journey of what? Variable length. And in the Python level, what questions are coming? I also asked you this type of questions. In the beginning level, I shown you already star A, comma, star B, all those things. Are you okay? Right. Coming to that, let us see that their doubts, some students raised a doubt. Lokesh Kumar asked, is there any way I can start execution from third function called directly? Third function called directly means he is asking this question. Third function called definition he want to ask. He want to ask this one plus this one plus this one. He want to ask from this place. No problem. You don't write this now. Don't write this now. You don't write it here. You can start executing. Why can't you start? This is going to execute. This you execute. Try to run this code. Py. It is going to execute from where? Third function call. Whatever you want, I will show you that. Lokesh Kumar, your doubt, you got it. Lokesh Kumar, you got your doubt. Keep the comment. I did not call it. You got it. So it is called answered. This is answered. Right. So answered. Next, Giridharan. Is this like method overriding? Giridharan, now you come to front. Lokesh Kumar saying thanks. Next. Is this like a method overriding? Lokesh Kumar, you come front once. I want to ask you one question. In Python, method overriding is there, which I will tell you in the oops. This is method will be called in where? Object-oriented programming only. This is not comes under method overriding. When method overriding comes means what concept will come? Class concept will come. In oops, I am going to explain. If we come to oops, you see, there we are having, I'm explaining that concept also. See, in this index, you see index of oops. Great concept, a very big discussion. Index, first level, second level, different levels are there. In one of the moment, method overriding in oops. Constructor overriding in oops. This is not comes under method overriding. What the student asked is, this is not comes under method overriding. Okay. So Giridharan, I hope I also answered it. And still more explanation I will give you in where? In the OOPS concept, I will explain this concept very well. So nothing is going to be difficult at this present. We go for further. Is it clear? So now I am going to show you the concept of what? Variable length arguments I am going to show you here. Try to read out that variable length arguments concept I am going to show you now. Variable length argument parameter concept. Instead of typing that, try to carefully read it. Come on. When we have family of similar function calls with a variable number of values or arguments, then with a normal Python programming, we must define multiple function definition. This process leads to more development time. Example is like this. Student, defining calling, this part, defining calling. Is it not more process? Is it not taking more time, students? Yes. Continuation. To overcome this process, we must use the concept of variable length parameters. To implement variable length parameters concept, we must define single function definition and takes a formal parameter preceded with a symbol asterisk, that is a star param. And the parameter with asterisk symbol is called variable length parameter, and whose purpose is to hold or store any number of values coming from similar function calls and whose type is class tuple. You have seen practically. Syntax for defining function definition with a variable length parameter. DEF, function name, list of positional formal params, star param. After that, what? Param 2 is equal to value. Param 3 is equal to value. Like that I can write. That means positional params first. Immediately what? Variable length parameter. If you want, you can go for default also. Which one is the last still? Default. If default is not there, which one is becoming last? Right. That is what I am calling. Here star param is called variable length parameter, and it can hold any number of argument values or variable number of argument values. Star param one is of type tuple. Rule. See, very, very important rule. The star param must always return at the last part of function heading. And it must be only one, but not multiple. One more. Suppose if we use what? Default also. How to use in function call? How to use in function call? Function call to be used in where? Last, but not in where? Middle. That point I am saying. In the function call I am talking as a rule number 2. Very, very important, students. Come on, no confusion. Even if I remove also, you will not bother, but it is important. When we use variable length and default parameters in function heading, we use a default parameter as a last, and before we use variable length parameter in and in function calls, we should not use default parameter as keyword argument, because variable number of values are treated as what? Positional argument values. That's why we have to use in the last, not in the middle. Did you understand? So everything mentioned very clearly here. Is this clear? Online students, any more clarifications? I think it is clear for you. Offline students, everybody clarified? Right. Shall I move forward? Yes. Some students, when I'm reading out, they're just sleeping like anything. I found out 2 people now. Sleeping? No. No. Active. Okay, good. Now time is not there. Now I'll go for the second technique. What is the second technique? Keyword variable length argument parameter. It is also one of the good topic. Good question. Now go to this place. Now I'm going to talk about fifth technique I'm going to explain. And while I'm explaining this technique now, fifth one, I will use first technique, second technique, third technique, fourth technique, everything I will mix it. And finally, we don't understand. We'll see that how strong you are in that topic. Now I'll mix everything because I want to mix everything and I want to see. Is it clear? Huh? Well, now I will go to the further. Close this entire things. Close this entire things. Now I am going for the concept called what? Keyword variable length arguments. Be careful and relax. Now I am going to enter into this place. Program for demonstrating keyword variable length parameters. Very, very easy. Now I am going to tell main program. Be careful. Now I'm going to take it. Display values or something like, let it be. Display values, I will take it. Here I'm taking. Generally, we used to pass what 10, 20, 30, 40 like that now. But today I'm passing very different way. Take care. Something like SNO is equal to 10. SNAME is equal to RS. SNAME is equal to RS. Be careful. Marks is equal to 67. Marks is equal to 67.68. What is this called? Function call. Don't take much time, students. Function call with three keyword arguments. Default is Madhubabulo. This function call and this is called keyword with three keyword arguments. Correct or not? Now, how you can define this? How you can define generally this one? I already said in the class yesterday. DEF. What is my function name? Display values of what I should say? SNO, comma, SNAME, comma, marks. If I say, now I am printing the data. SNO, comma, SNAME, comma, marks I am going to take up. Like this it is printed. Now I am going to take it what? Keyword, variable length, ARGS, example1.py. Try to run it now. Here I will go to this place. Here 6 p.m. I'll go to this functions here. Try to save it. Very, very important technique. Go to the place. Try to run happily. This output will come. No issue at all. Now next, be careful. Try to be careful. Now I'm going to this place. Next, display values. Book number is equal to some 100. Book name, B name is equal to what? Python. B name is equal to Python. Price is equal to what? Price is equal to some 345. And next is called publication is equal to what? Tata McGraw-Hill. For example, Tata McGraw-Hill. So I'm just writing something like this. I just written something like this. I just wrote like this. Are you able to follow? What is this is called? Same function name with how many keyword arguments? But what is this next one? Function definition 2. Function call number 2 with what? 4 keyword arguments. With 4 keyword arguments. What will happen? It will go to where? This place. Is this BNO matching to this SNO? Definitely it is going to be called what? Error. Which error? Type error. Got unmatched argument called what? BNO. So I need to compulsory define or not? I will define this. Kind of thing. Students, DEF, tell me. Display vals of what? BNO, comma, BNAME, comma, price, comma, publication. Now I am going to print this data as usual. Print of what? This entire thing. Try to run this. Be careful. Also gives you what? Error. Come on, with the 4 keyword arguments, with what? 3 keyword arguments. First it comes to line number 3, line number 6, line number 10. Definitely it will go to which line? Line number 6 it will go. Why? It remember the latest function definition only. What it is taking BNO, what you are passing SNO, it is going to give you what? Unexpected. It is called display got unexpected keyword called what? SNO. Able to get it? Last and final I want to say, here I am writing display values, teacher number is equal to something like, 200. Teacher name is equal to something like tr. Now I am saying here subject is equal to Python. Subject is equal to something like Django. Now I am going to say here subject 1 is equal to Django. Subject 2 is equal to what? HTML. Next is called what? Something like subject 3 is equal to what? Subject 3 is equal to Java. For example, what did you understand here? What is this command? Function call number 3 with what? 5 keyword arguments. 5 keyword arguments. Definitely I have to write or not? Definitely. Come on, how do you write it? Display vals of what? TNO, comma, TName, comma, subject 1, comma, subject 2, comma, subject 3. Subject 3. I will write it here. I will print this entire data. Will it print? Will it execute? No, it will not print. It will not print. Be careful, students. Will it execute? No, it will give you error here. And you are getting error. What is that? TNO, but you are passing what? SNO. It is an error. Expected what? Unexpected argument. SNO, but expecting what? TNO. So it is an error or not? So this program will not execute as it is. Now the same wording I would like to say. What is this now? What is this my conclusion? The same comment I will write it here. This is comes under what functions. I will take it as variable length arguments example 1. This comment I will bring it. This program will not execute as it is. Why? It remembers what function? Latest function definition due to what? Interpretation process. Do you know how to execute this? Like same previous one only. Come on, now execute. How to execute? Copy this, take this, defining and calling mechanism. Tell me now what you will do. This program will execute as it is. This program will execute as it is because we are defining and calling immediately. Take this one, take these things. Now I am going to take up here. I am going to take one line for you to understand carefully. And next is called one more thing. For that you are defining and calling here. And you are saying like this. And you are going to take up next. You are going to take up next. This is the one I am taking. And this is a defining and calling. Is it not a waste of time? Try to run it. What is this now? 2 dot. Keyword variable length arguments example 2. This will run. But what is the problem? What is the problem with defining calling? If I am having 100 function calls like this, function calls, is it necessary to define 100 function definitions or not? It is our time waste. How do you solve this issue? How do you overcome this problem? That's why I am going to introduce the another technique that is comes under keyword variable length argument. Don't take much time. Simple. Now I'm going to take it. This program will execute. This program will execute as it is because we are using what? Because we are using which one? Keyword variable length arguments here. Very, very easy. Come on. Pure keyword variable argument example 1. You say don't define these many. Don't define these many. Define how many? 1. Come on. DEF. What is my function name? Display values. How many keyword variable length? 3. How many here? 4. 3 keyword variable length arguments. Are you following? Here also 4 keyword variable length arguments. Ikkada 3 kada? 3 keyword. Here how many? 4 keyword. Here what? 5 keyword. They are known as what? Variable length. 5 keyword variable length arguments. 5 keyword variable length arguments. Able to follow? How do you do this now? Go to this place. To hold this entire values, key comma value pair, I will write one parameter preceded with a double star. KVR I am writing. KVR I am writing. Here, star KVR is called, KVR is called what? Keyword variable length argument. Keyword variable length parameter. Keyword variable length parameter. Because the star, first star can hold what? All keys. All keys. Next values are holding in another star. Hence this star KVR is called which type? Dict type. Very, very important. Very, very important. And star KVR is of type what? Class dictor. Class dictor. Try to run this now. Follow. Now come on, print now. Print of KVR comma type of KVR. Type of KVR. You print it. What is happening? First one you see. Keep the comment here. Keep the comment here. Try to run it. Everything is stored in single function with what? Star variable. Take it. Execute. See the output of that. You see this now. Py. See this now. What is this type? Dict type. Everything is coming in the form of what? Key comma value pair. Remove the another comment also. Remove the another comment also. A number of things are holding. Remove the last one also. Number of things are going. Number of things are going. Are you following me? Last one also you try to write it like this. Don't pass anything also. Don't pass anything also. What will be coming? Empty dictionary will come. Empty dictionary will come. Are you following me? That's all. How do you print this data now? Let us copy this now. How to print the values? Tell me. How do you print the values? Fast. I will take up here. How do you print the data? For key comma value. Key comma value in KVR dot items. KVR dot what? Items. Print of what? Something like a key comma. I will write something like this, comma what? Well, if you want, you can write format also, no issue. If you want, I can write that. Backslash T, and I will write like this, dot format of what? Key comma well. Key comma well, I will write it. Try to execute. Variable argument example 2.py. Variable keyword variable length argument example 2.py. Very, very easy. Py. See students, is it not printing the data or not? Like this. Let me give one separation, students. For your better understanding, I'll give some separation here. Return. Execute. See this now. This is called first. This is called next. Another one is something like this. Able to follow? And the last one is called what? Empty. If you want, I can write. Here I will write it. Like previous. What is this now? Number of values. Number of values is equal to ln of what? KVR here. KVR. Last one, it will print what? 0. Beginning, what is printed? 3. Next 4. Next 5. Next is called what? 0. Empty dictionary. Are you able to follow? Now, what is this star KVR is called? Keyword variable length parameter. The rule of star KVR variable thing is, this is also supposed to use only one. Like a variable length parameter, this also supposed to hold how many? One time only need to use. Where to use this also? To be used in the extremely last. Extremely last. That means total last is this only to use. What is an actually last up to previous program? Default. Extremely last means what? This only. So what is the system of parameters in the function name? Positional params, variable length parameters. Next is called what? Default parameters. Next is star variable name you need to use. This is the type of formal parameters will come in the function heading. Able to follow? Now I'm going to do an example. What is that? A student who is securing different marks in 10th class. A student in intermediate securing different marks in intermediate. A student in BTech securing different marks. Like that, different classes, different marks. I want to do that. Shall we go for it? Let us start the discussion here. Same example. I will carry this now. Go to this place. Try to watch it. Here I am going to take care. Here I am going to use 3.py. Come to the point, main program. Main program. What is this now? Find totals. Find totals. 100 comma, 100 comma, Shekhar, who is a 10th class student, who is a 10th class student, writing here something like Telugu. Telugu is equal to 60. Hindi is equal to some 75, and English is equal to what you know? English is equal to 80, and next maths is equal to something like 67. Science is equal to some 78. Social studies is equal to what? Some 89. 89. What is this first two or three are called? చూస్తేనే చెప్పేసాలి. By looking at it, you have to answer by this time. What are the first three? Next are called what? Keyword variable length. Keyword variable length. This is an extreme situation. Next, for this I need to define one function or not? Yes. Tell me, how do you define? DEF. Find total. Come on. Find totals of SNO, comma, SNAME, comma, CLS, class, comma, star, star, subject marks, star, star, subject marks, subjects plus marks, print of star 50, star 50. Now I'm going to print there. What I'm saying? Student number. What is this now? Student number. Now I'm going to take up there dot format of SNO. Online students, are you comfortable in the understanding? Next is called what? Name. Online students, not saying all of them not responding. Only few of them are responding. Need to respond. What is this now? Next? Yes, name. Next, print of what? \t student class. Okay, correct. So, okay, students, careful. Understand. What is this now? CLS. After that, now I want to print subject name and then marks also I want to print. Okay. Next, I want to go for printing. Here I want to print it. What is that? Subject name. Subject name slash. What I want to print? Marks I want to print. Subject name and marks I want to print. How do you print it, students? For subject, comma, marks in star, star, subject marks. Subject marks dot what? Items. Items. Print what there? Print what there? You know. So /t, subject name, /t of what? Format of what? Subject, comma, what? Marks I'm going to take up. Here I'm going to write this now. See, observe it first. Observe it first. Now you see that carefully. Try to run this example for one person, you execute it. Let us extend it for multiple people. Save this now. Execute this now. PY. See this now. Are you getting or not? Let us extend this little bit. Extend this little bit. \t. Now say one more \t. See here. Execute it now. Student and a number, etc. like this. Here I will print what? Total marks. Shall I? Tell me. Total marks, please. How do you do? TOT marks is equal to 0. Come on here. TOT marks is equal to TOT marks plus marks. Good. Now I will print it here. What is that now? Print of what? Come on. Total marks. \t. \t. I will say. Now I will say, what is this now? Total marks is equal to dot format of what? TOT marks. TOT marks. Beautiful. Execute. Total marks is equal to. Are you getting or not? Yes. So here you are understanding the meaning of what? Total marks. So you are getting the total marks. Clear or not? Now, next I'm going to introduce further. I will move to the further. 10th class student is over. Next one I'm going to talk about it. Next one. Who is this now? 200. Who is this now? Here, Charan. Charan. Charan is another student. Who is this student? Is called 12th. Is called 12th class. Is called 12th class. What are the 12th class subjects? So something like what you know, Sanskrit. Sanskrit. Next is called what? English, maths, physics, and next what? Chemistry. So 70. 60 or 70? 60. 60. N marks need not to worry about it. I'll write 60. Now I'll write what here? Chemistry. So I will write here something like 60. Like this, I just wrote it. Here something like what? 69. This is my subjects. How many subjects here? Earlier, how many subjects? 6. Counting also problem. Next here, how many subjects? 5. That is nothing but what? Variable length arguments are not. Passing the same. Execute it. Also getting what? This is called what? First student. This is a second, another student. Got it. And next is called 344. Able to follow? Next, another student is called one more student. Who is this now? Go to this place. 300. 300. Next is called what you know? Is called Rakesh here. I will write here now BTech. Now I will write it BTech. Your favorite BTech. OS is equal to 67, 56. DBMS is equal to what you know? 50. Next, C language is equal to 60. Like that you have. This is your another thing. Try to run it here. Try to run it here. This is also called what? 166. Able to follow? Next, last and final. Going to write it. 400 is equal to 400 is equal to. Now I am writing 400. Now here I am writing row sum. There I am writing. He is just passing what? MS or something like research. Research he is doing. And no more subjects he is having. No more subjects is having. What are the total marks? Right. Are able to follow? That indicates no more marks are available. Just a total marks, only name and then no more subjects, nothing is printing. Are you following? Now I'm going to introduce one biggest mechanism. What I used only, what I used here, positionals and what? Variable length. Be careful. Now I am going to use it. Default one I am going to add it. Online students, you hold on. Still 10 more minutes, I will take it. Number, name, CLS, marks. Now I am going to use what? All of them are going to be available in Hyderabad city, for example. What should I write it? Will you pass Hyderabad here? No. I'll pass how many times? One time. Where to pass? After star marks, before or after? You have to test it or not? Oh, before, okay. But test it. City is equal to what? HYD. City is equal to HYD. You can use it. You see that. You see that what is happening. Here I'm going to write it. Carefully try to follow. Here what? Student living city. Student living city. What is this now? City. City I am writing. Try to follow. Carefully try to follow. 4.py. 4.py. Here. Students. Done. Execute. Py. See students. What is happening? Come on, start. Arguments cannot follow what?